teaching the over.
Okay, so what we did last week was we did sideways away from us. So we're going to see what that looks like. And then we're going to... from the side. Yep. And then we're going to do the sideways towards us and hopefully teaching it with the obstacle being the mountain. Okay. I would come...
A lot of things I did with this stud colt I don't do anymore, as far as the techniques I use to teach something. He's kind of the long version of just about everything that I teach now. Over the years, my training methods have evolved in finding ways to do things a little bit quicker. Quicker with the same or better understanding of what I'm asking for. The long version, however, is a strong relationship building experience.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. I don't know, I thought you said away from one. I thought you wanted me back on his side again when I was pushing on his side. That's what I thought you said. No, it's not. I didn't know what you meant. Okay. Okay. So then the very first thing you start overlapping, you do is hold the whole move. Yeah, yeah. Okay. You didn't have to be. Okay. Right?
We're about to ask him to over as if to over to the mounting block, which means he should move to his left. However, back then I taught how to move their body away from pressure instead of towards it. That has changed over the years. However, this is a very effective way to begin teaching the over, asking them to yield in a sideways motion away from pressure.
Good. Next, give him time. Processing exactly what he says. Oh, this looks familiar. And now it's actually starting to register. Now, see if you can walk the fingers up a little, take a little bit of feel on his face to help him finish that thought. Yeah. And now go ahead and touch him on the wrist. Good. Good. And then just let him finish that thought. There you go. Good job. Now, because you had a feel on his face, you're real careful how you go to neutral. Right. When you went to neutral, it was almost right. Okay. You know, he react. Chase.
What I'm explaining to him here is because he had a feel on Luxor's face that meant that he had a tight enough rope, that when he went to release by lowering his hand, it could have come across corrective, instead of as a release as a positive thing. If there was still tension on the line because of the feel on the nose when he drops his hand, he could actually create almost a yank downward. So we want to be really careful about how we communicate unintentionally.
Just have the hind end catch up. Stop walking over. So he understands the hind end is part of that. Yep. Oh. So now just have the hind end catch up. So you want to make sure that you don't keep walking now and you're making it a sideways kind of off kilter. Okay. Because you want him to know that both parts need to move to the same space. Yeah. So I put my hand down too. Don't me to land it, right? Right. Now you want him to catch up his hind end. Sorry. Good. Good. Yep. So now bring him back up here. Because what you're going to want to do is you're going to always want to kind of come back to your starting point and do it again. And then as he perfects it, then you can make changes. But right now you just want it to be very patterned for him. Okay. Yep. Yep. And then walk with him as he goes completely. Don't walk with his front only. So it's almost like your movement's going to be based on his hind end catching up to your front end. Then you're going to move together when that happens. Get hind end. Let's get the hind end catch up now. Good. Good. Get there. Good. Stop. We didn't get that part, but can I still go back to where we started? Yeah, sure. I don't know why you're trying to get to this. Not that.
Even though I do things a little bit differently these days, I would have to say that I'm still very grateful for the opportunity to help teach people the amount of patience it requires to allow a horse to put the pieces together before their body moves. It's nice to see that one lesson that is definitely being taught here is patience. The mental pauses are so important. It might not look like a lot is going on here, but we are literally asking Luxor to figure something out that he is clueless about. It's actually a lot of mental concentration.
Your energy in your body needs to come alive. You know that we're doing something, and your energy needs to be your hands.
Here I'm explaining to him that standing like a statue in the position of asking for something is a little bit different than projecting energy from his body. The cues being used with the hand pointing for the front end to respond to, and the stick showing the hind end what to do, is all perfect. Now, in order to explain to the horse that we're looking for action, we need to bring energy up in our body for them to feel the desire to move.
Yep. Yep. Try to be quieter about the don't go forward just because it seems corrected to him. It was supposed to be corrected in the don't go forward, but it should have been more like, yes, the don't go forward. It's supposed to, yes, the don't go forward. Okay.
The wiggle on the line is a very effective way to create energy in front of the horse, asking the horse to not go forward. Unfortunately, you'll see that it's kind of a patting your head, rubbing your belly kind of experience for people where there's not as much connection to the hand that's supposed to wiggle to stop the forward, and it ends up being a lot louder than it needs to be. It's actually a very hard skill to learn. Let's watch Marcel make the conscious change and how effective it really is. The idea is not to offend the horse, but to communicate. Again, it's a very hard skill to learn at the same time that you're also asking your other hand and your energy to be doing something totally different.
Now he's learning not to go forward. Good. Awesome. Good boy.
I often like to make sure the horse understands that there is a point to why we're doing something and giving the action a purpose. So here I introduce the mounting block to let him know that there's something about what we're teaching him that's going to apply to the mounting block. It's interesting to watch how he asks to look at the mounting block, and I love that my students understand how important it is to allow for those discovery moments to happen. See if you can tell when he asks. Watch for it. Okay, it starts with the dip of the nose, then the lowering of the head, then the tilt of the head, allowing his ear to slightly point at it. Unfortunately, the line was too short to avoid an accidental block/correction, but don't worry, we wait on him to ask again.
Taking one step forward. Now he's worried because he doesn't know what that is and why he's going to do it. So all your energy is exactly the same. You're learning how to do it.
Watch for it. Can you see him ask something? As unnerving as it can sometimes be, often horses will put their nose in your face as a request for clarity. The shuffle of the front feet is him trying to sort out what he knows, which is to not go forward, but also processing the new obstacle that seems to make the right answer not seem right either. This is when consistent support and vision matters most. Now that you know what it looks like, can you see him asking for clarity?
What? Good boy. Okay. Now I'm going to go away. Now you can give him a chance to. Oh, good. Stop the forward. Good. I like he does transfer stuff easily. Good job. Yep. Yep. Good. Good. Good.
2 minutes. You got that pretty quick.
Yeah, he's gonna prove to be a pretty good two-sided horse where you're not gonna have to spend a lot of time losing to the other side. It's not good. Good. Yep. Got forward. Excellent. Good job. So now he excels on the other end. So what you can do, okay, clearly coming to his left is a little more difficult for him. That's his learning side. But his I got it, I think I know how to do this side is going to the right. So what I would do is I would keep doing baby steps to the left, get it solid to the left. Because he seems to transfer quickly going to the right, I would ask for more going to the right. So instead of the baby step, now we know who can actually offer it quite well. I would say, okay, my goal is to have both of us move together for 2 full steps, okay, and then build on that. But because he's already so quick in getting it, I would have held him back. I would say, try a little more.
So now we're gonna kind of go. We'll
So
go back to the left now.
Yeah, go back to your starting point, and then go to the right, his right. But now we're gonna say this.
Okay, no, I thought you thought we were gonna go back to the bad side and work. Okay. So bring him back here and let's see how much further we can progress this.
Yep, yep.
So, what I just explained is that Luxor has a good ability to transfer information that was taught on the left side of his body over to the right side of his body with ease. Not all horses do that very well. That's why I usually say different eye, different horse. Often, you have to fully teach the same thing you just taught on the left side now onto the right side. Luxor is actually pretty skilled at transferring the information where you can then excel on the new side.
Yeah, I can get him started. Good. Are you all ready? When they learn sideways, they're like, yes, I know how to do this. Yep. Got the forward. They're going forward in circles there. Good. 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 Move together. Good. Good. Oh, you got it. Got forward. There you go. There you go. Good job. So, like, for example, now if you built on that as 3 steps, then your next goal would be maybe to change the option to the right. You still do need to work on to the left. You know, you have to work on the weaknesses on. So now I can go ahead and do the left. Maybe try to do the left Z steps, so 3 individual, 1 step, good boy, and then it again.
Okay.
But now you can say moving along versus bringing him back to the same spot for each step.
All right.
Yeah. Now, have patience with changing gears. He's now ready to go to the right. He's not sure what he's going to do now. Good? Good?
Here I explain. It's important to exercise patience with the horse as they may think they're doing what you told them to do before. So he may not make the shift that you're asking him to go the other way now. It's important to not get frustrated with them when they assume the wrong direction, because that's what you just did. Just wait on them to make the shift, but stay consistent in your ask.
Good? Oh, good job, good boy. Good boy. Good? Good? Hey. Oh, good boy. Good boy. Good? Good, nice quick talk out there. Wow. So the only thing that I would do to help him be more perfect at it.
More side leg and front back.
Right. So his initial crossover has a very forward. It's a very strong crossover. I mean, he pulled that crossover his knee. But it's a very forward crossover. So he already is coming toward you in the initial step.
Right.
So what you want to do is you want to already give him that backward heel. So you would kind of like wiggle in to let him know that you're not come forward in the beginning.
Like a light, like a,
Yeah, like you say, okay,
like
now
we're gonna
we're
go
gonna
back.
do this, but don't come forward. You know, that's the first decision.
So, what I just pointed out is Luxor begins this movement with a very forward lean. Therefore, when he crosses his front legs, he ends up taking more of a step forward than a step sideways. My suggestion to fix that is to ask him to lean more backward before he begins the crossover step.
Yep. See, now you already got him thinking. Because that first step was going to be a very forward step. You need to try to manipulate it so it goes backwards. There. Perfect. Good job. So now you just correct this problem.
Okay.
Okay? Because what you did was you gave him a backward heel, and his initial walk was straight and very forward with this crossover in front. And when you gave him that message, don't want to go forward, cross behind. Right. Okay, so that was we're using more pictures about what we want to do will help him know where you want to move to or how you want to move.
I love the connection that I have with even my clients' horses. I always remind owners that they should want their horse to love their trainer versus fear their trainer. We work on going sideways with Marcel standing in front of him for a little bit longer, but now we're going to teach him to come towards us.
Okay. So now we're going to over aspect of it.
Okay.
With,
From the side of it?
so, what I'm going to show you. Sure.
Let me step out. It was just a quick one.
Okay. So,
I'm empathetic.
I'm going to let him know it's over there.
Okay.
And I'm going to do more of a draw.
And he just wants to kiss you. See, this whole thing ain't going right. All right. Still stopping the forward.
Yep.
Because he has no idea what to really do right.
No. So we'll see what he needs here to help him.
Okay.
From just kind of really holding his head, cross to the hind leg.
You like this so he doesn't make that mistake?
Yes. I don't want him to keep guessing if he's putting the other one together. I'm not going to quit till I'm trying to use coordinate.
So the hole in the face just takes the forward get out of it. He knows you're not wanting to go forward.
Yes.
Creating energy on the line was making it harder for him to process the don't go forward part. So I decided to shift my technique and just block him by holding him from being able to go forward. This just made it more clear for him rather than creating energy in front of him. So what I'm doing is I'm using the stick on the opposite side of his body and just rhythmically tapping his ribcage more towards his hip, but mostly at the ribcage. I'm trying to encourage the hind end to take one step towards me, and that will cause the tapping to stop and the release will be felt. Once he experiences the release, he will understand that he had found the right answer.
I did.
He got mad because he was very restrained. Because that's the easiest way to communicate. Don't do anything but what I'm telling you.
It's subtle, but can you see the shift in his weight when I bring the stick over his back? That is his way of indicating to me that he thinks he knows it has something to do with his body moving towards me. Now it's my job to encourage him to follow that thought. Now watch. When he gets it, you'll not only see me take the stick away, but you'll also see me drop the line completely to the ground. By doing so, I offer him the biggest release I could possibly offer him, so that he fully understands that he found the right answer.
Are you tapping him towards his hind quarter, though?
No, I'm hitting him right in the end of the rib cage.
When the leg would be?
Don't worry, because he doesn't really, they're all learning. No, but watch.
Now, you have to be careful not to drive him backwards with that pressure, though. Like, I know you're not pushing him backwards, but could he be thinking that too if you're going, if I push too much?
I'm only working on one point of it.
Okay.
So I haven't told him it's all over yet. You know what I mean? Like, so he doesn't, the full command hasn't been shown to him yet.
Right.
I'm just showing him a piece of it.
Don't worry, we do get back into the screen. It's important that I finish what I'm doing more than it is to worry about whether or not I'm in camera range.
You have to let him remind me to groom him before the video. His tail's so dirty. Like, I groomed him last night, but I didn't do his tail.
So now I would start to add the word over.
Okay.
Over. Because he's got it now, so I can let him know what I want of him with the word. Over.
Okay.
So now I'll say over.
So, it's something else I wanted to ask you later on. No worries. But, like, part of the lesson, can we teach him to do it? I know we can, but can we do, I'm asking if we should both ways. Like I said, I'm non-traditional. I wanted to mount both sides. Oh, they do. I know. I never asked you that the first day I ever taught riding lessons. Like, why do we do this way? Like, I want to be able to mount him from every different direction wherever.
Yeah. I mean, all my horses are over both ways, but I teach like most people's horses,
Right.
just the way they get on.
Sure.
You know, but all my horses are both.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to.
I mean, Rich will generally, if I stand up on something, he knows the mountain side.
Right.
So he'll come, walk past me, and set up, and present this side of his body for me.
Right.
Generally speaking, that's what you would want. You'd want a horse that always presents because they understand you're getting on me.
Right.
You know, where the other side may just be, because all my horses go over both ways, but I've never mount from the other side except for when I started them.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna like mount from both sides. Like let's say every other time, just for the hell of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I'm standing on the ground somewhere and I'm in the woods, I don't want anybody jumped off. If I'm over here, I'm not gonna walk around. I want to be able to just let's go, bud. You know?
Alright, so he's had a little rest.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can just say over. Over.
Good.
So, yep. So I want a big crossover now. Over. Over. Because I want to just make sure he thoroughly gets it, so I want to thoroughly cross over for me. Over. Like that.
Yeah, take a wide step.
Yep. Good job. You're doing a good job. I love it. Okay, ready? Over. Over. Awesome.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Huh?
Good man. That was really good. That was so good. Your daddy's gonna do it now. Scary rope. So, that would be something where if you have time, you take a break, and you walk him around with the rope drive. Because see how he went the rope here, we were coming this way, and he moved off. So, I would almost, you take your rope on the ground, but I would almost like walk him deliberately dragging the rope. Sure. If anytime they show you a sign they're having trouble, and you ignore it, then that could later on happen, and you thought it was no big deal. Sure. And then you end up with a little close for it.
We'll do it now. Oh, right. You think you can do it in the moment?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. I was actually thinking that yesterday too. It's funny when we let the trap down and his blanket go. Like we should have turned that into something. Like tie stuff to him and let him get used to his
Right.
dragging. Because that was the same kind of experience, right? It was really freaking him out.
Yeah, well, it was freaking out and putting fear.
Right. I don't want to get anything. What the thing is?
Yeah, but he's much better. See how he's popping the one ear on it?
Yeah.
Now he's starting to think that's part of the stupid room. So I would, if I had, if I were like wanting to proceed, I'd say that's good.
Oh, I mean, that's what sometimes it's all it takes.
Yeah.
Just let him.
Yeah, because like he officially, when he first saw it, he was like, huh?
Right.
And if I had ignored that and not helped him through that, and I consider him helped through now.
Okay.
But we can move on. You could always like offer that to him and see if it's, something he's always going to deal with. Not always, but something that he's not officially over with today.
Yeah, no, we're 30.
But he's very calm and still next to him. So, I mean, their instincts say, Snake,
Yeah, no, I big try, good effort, I mean, we don't need to have any open
So first rub him.
Me now. Yep.
We're not going to do anything with his head except for if he doesn't offer to, if he offers to go forward, you're going to just give him a brace. You're not going to yank on him or do anything. You're just going to hold him tight.
No wiggling.
Nope. And then if you have to, then you're going to reach, like, you're going to kind of take his head under his chest and bend it to the opposite side to help him disengage.
So for right now, no pressure. Hopefully he does it on his own. If he does,
because
just
I think
a little.
he's got it now.
Okay. Over. 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 Over.
Let him think. Yep, stop it, totally go. Yep.
Over. 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 Over.
Just be careful that you're not offering him a driving energy with your body, where you're actually wanting to draw him. So you're going to want him more, keep him wanting to come to you. So if anything, you're gonna, when you walk, you're gonna walk with him, but towards his, like you're gonna cut across. There you go. Yep. So walk. Yep. There you go.
Over. Over.
Pull the wrong one.
Over.
There. Stop. Only because he changed his thought.
Yep.
Not because he actually did it, but the thought that changed you.
Right.
And now, you see, I don't know what, I think your energy, your body, I don't know what I look like, but I think
you're more towards the front. You look kind of like a peer, sort of.
Because it seems to me like he's responding to you driving him with your presence. You're driving him straight from the future. And my goal is to see going back up. So I really don't want to feel a lot of moving him that way.
So as soon as I get my hand over him, should I back away from him and kind of like try to stretch my arm a little bit or something?
Yeah, I'm trying to say, because if he's moving away, you can kind of keep trying to get him, like, cut him off.
And keep bringing his head around?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if you move at things with his wrist, he's taking that as a driving thrust. Okay.
Over.
There you go. You get the thought. It's the right thought.
Over.
Yeah, you just don't want his head coming this way yet. There you go.
Over.
There you go.
Over.
Oh, you got back into his girth area. They try to stay up at his chest area.
Over.
Yeah, stay up there.
Over.
Oh, you didn't get it. Finish it.
Over.
Stay in his chest. Don't forget his nose. There you go. Stop.
The timing of the release is everything. It's so important that you see even the thought of the correct answer being found so that you're absolutely on target for releasing. So they understand that what they just did was the right answer. It's a hard skill, but it's such an important one to master.
So I'm biting off a little bit for him in hopes that we can make him right into the mountain block.
Now I'm going to walk him up to it and let him just stop him next.
Yep, and I would stop him with one overstep away. And then ask him to over with, and then you're going to need to get, okay, now he's going to have to take a minute.
Yep.
I digest you up there.
Let him walk around if he needs to, right?
Yep. And then arc him back this way now. Don't let him walk all the way around you. Yep.
When working on a mounting block exercise, it's important that I keep them in front of the mounting block so that they understand that what I want them to do takes place in front of the mounting block. If I allow them to circle the mounting block, they can easily mistake that as being part of or an acceptable part of the exercise.
Towards the barn, maybe it's more solid.
No, I just want to see it. Because if I move when he's doing it, I want him to hear it later. It makes noise.
Well, actually, that's how I caught Ritz. I caught Ritz by stomping on, because he could be over there doing something in the arena.
Oh, how did you stomp?
So I stomp on it, let it come and line up.
Oh, okay. I used to want him to freak out if I stumbled when he was up here.
Sure. Yeah, best way to teach horses is be as clumsy as you can be.
Right. He's not quite afraid of it.
No, he's just taking it in. You still got a cock ear on you. I don't know. Can I get up on that?
Who did it with me? That Hunter. Hunter gets up on it, right? Or Makia?
Hunter.
Take time right up on. Did you? By like student?
No, I farmed it over here.
Oh.
You got such a cool mountain block they have. So I make Messi get up on it. Don't allow him to be afraid.
Oh, you know, I thought energy. I kissed him. I didn't want. I didn't want. And I had my hand up, so I didn't want my energy to think I wanted to run.
Okay.
I was afraid that I would drive.
Well, you added energy to something that he's suppressing kind of an anxiety. So when you added forward energy to that, he had a little extra too.
He was like, okay, good, I'm going.
Yeah. So now, if you can get him beside you, to just rub the stick on his back. I'm not going to try to give him any kind of command, because right now he's just digesting you up there.
I mean, it's like setting on
So
pressure.
yeah, just kind of asking him to move forward and then play with the gas. You're not going to ask him to go too far, good? And then just kind of like start rubbing him with the stick, and then just so he kind of associates that there's no big deal there either. And ask him to step forward, like leave the stick there, ask him to step forward. Good? 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 Good. Okay, so now...
I want to get on.
Ask him to take one more step forward, because you're going to want him to present the saddle, always. You're going to want him to know where he's supposed to stop. So ask him to take one step forward, still. Play with the gas, because now he's going to want to pass you. So, good? Good. Now square him up, though. You always have to believe he's supposed to be square. So square up that other foot.
Oh, square.
Yep, yep. Yeah, I wouldn't do an over yet. I'm going to have you... Okay, so I'm going to have you get down and reset him up. So you're going to, right now, you're just going to get him used to you climbing up there and him having, because he's got the rope and bothering him again, so, all of it's going to be all new again. New and scary. Yep, now you're just going to get him to walk back into that same position. We're not going to ask for the over yet.
Okay. Put the stick back over his back when you get close?
Yep. Yep, you just get a little worried, so. Good? Good?
Then get back up and do it again?
Yep. Now what you want to do, your goal is to be able to keep him in the good position and then get off the block while he's in a good position. Because if you keep dismounting the block when he's out of position, you're going to give him the message that that's when you'll get off.
Right.
So it's like when he gets in a good position, like rub him real nice. You can even rub with your hands, rub him real nice. We'll make sure you kind of get into your saddle position. And then...
So if he stops in that path, get off. Pet him?
Well, yeah, pet him, tell him he's a good boy, give him kind of that feel of this is where you get a nice scratch. And then get off, like kind of thank him and get off and go see.
Sometimes working with horses is like watching paint dry, but this time spent acclimating him to all the different experiences like seeing his human up on the mounting block are things that are very valuable to take your time with.
Able to swing out from there. So you're going to actually have your work cut out for you when you want to ask him to over.
I wonder if I should stop. You don't think it's not worth trying from there and seeing if it works? Or just screw him up? Oh, now it's too far.
Well, yeah, and he's a little nervous.
But
so I'd rather him be calm with you up there, and then you can start adding stuff.
Could I get down again, though?
Yeah, because he's not going to come back over, unless you want to send him around you and try to do it.
Does that make any more sense, though? That I'm not getting down? Like, bring him around me?
You can, I just don't want him to think he's allowed to walk around and not walk over.
Oh, okay. Should I go a different way? Just move around and come back to it? Like yeah. Make it not about this anymore for a second?
Yeah.
Change the paddle, it's not like some big circle.
And then try to see if you can ask you to stay coming. Kind of stay, as you climb up, just still keep asking you to keep coming. Instead of where it's towards you. Okay. You gotta be careful once it gets his shoulder past your feet, he's going to want to keep going.
So I try to stop the forward? Is that correct? Or like with the wiggle or no?
Slightly. But I would rather you play with the gas and like asking for half steps as opposed to yep, there you go. You want that in the past too.
Can I stick over back and then hard?
Yeah, you can have it. I mean, fine. Right? Yeah. He's got a little bit of worry. So he's developed a pattern of going past you. So just really, really be careful with the gas here. You don't turn the pot like they run. And once he stops, don't keep the steady hold on him. On his face. Because you don't want to leave a claustrophobic feeling or trapped feeling. Be real gentle with that. Okay? Be careful that you're not moving backwards, right? Rubbing in with the working.
Okay. Just use this hand, more or less?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Or take more slack when rubbing, or, change hands, whatever. Just so he doesn't get the feel to go back. We don't want to, because we were trying to stop one behavior. We don't need breathing.
So what I'm mentioning there is because the rope doesn't have a lot of slack. When Marcel was rubbing Luxor's neck to let him know he was doing a good job being where he was supposed to be, he could potentially be offering a wiggle on the line, which should ask Luxor to back up. We didn't want to accidentally communicate something we were not asking for.
Now I would get off and lead him away. You can even lead him away this way. There you go. Good.
I'll let him walk around with that rope.
Yeah. Just you be careful because he's the one to jump on you right there on the road. Good? Now bend back the other way and come back to left.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. Good. He didn't keep arcing away. It's nice. But he's listening to you. Good.
That's almost perfect, right?
Yep.
Get
So
down again.
him, and then, when you feel you've given him enough love and that he's not ready to run off, jump down and come back. And then we're going to do the over command back singly on the grass.
You know what we're gonna do?
Yeah. So we're going to get back on the mountain block one more time.
Let's see if I can get him to keep moving, right?
Yep. Good. Almost. Yep. That's okay. He's got the right foot. Oh, good. Good stuff. Oh, nice.
Good job.
Right now, we're not focusing on asking him to step over to the mounting block. What we're focusing on is asking him to stand in the right spot at the mounting block, where if he had a saddle on, that would be directly in front of Marcel. Because Luxor has expressed fear of the dragging rope, we always take opportunities to try to help him recognize that the rope is not scary. Now, to end our session, we want to end it on something that we are certain that he clearly learned. I think it's very important to put horses away after a session ending on a note where they're feeling proud of themselves for what they learned. Watch this superstar. Can you see when it clicks that he knows what Marcel is asking him to do?
Good boy. Oh, that's so beautiful.
He is pretty good at it, huh?
Yeah, we might be biting off a little bit by adding to the mounting block.
No, that's not.
You sure?
Yep.
Because that was fantastic.
Yeah, no, I'm happy with it.
He was able to change gears from being scared of the rope, being angry, and went right back to the offline.
Yeah, no, I'm thrilled with it because I think I was doing it even in the beginning. It worked so much for me, but like even when the first time I did the backing up on his own and he was doing fine because he learned quick, but then when I see him stressed out a lot when I was trying to get him to back up that same day because I thought he had it, and I was trying to make him go into the thing. I'm like, now you can do it. Like, and I didn't. I don't want to do it. I don't want him to negatively, or even our relationship. I don't want him to think of me. He did a lot in there, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
We let him play for 2 minutes.
Yeah, he reviewed on something he learned last week. No, I'm happy with that very much.